And the rest of the story. Hey, I just went to Home Depot. Actually, I didn't go to Home Depot. I went to the other place. Shock! And I got these little nail-on plastic buttons. And that, I was afraid that maybe it was still gonna make noise as you pulled it in and out, because last time we had felt bumpers, and usually on the felt bumpers, usually they come apart and they start fraying and all that, and I thought the plastic ones would last a lot longer. See, that's pretty quiet. And Mother and I went over all the pros and cons at the store with her. And we spent about 10-15 minutes discussing all the different kinds of things that they had, and this is what we decided to get. And they've got all different kinds. See, it's got the nail on. There's also ones with a round cup here that you nail up there. These just happen to be with the nail. Furniture glides. And this plastic is not going to wear out anytime soon. But what they tell you to do, if you read the directions, and usually I don't, if you read the directions, it says to drill a very small hole on the bottom of your leg. Right here, because if you try to take this, and these are oak, mind you, if you try to take this and nail it straight in like that, you could bend this nail, it could go in crooked, and you could split it. See how long that nail is? See? So, in a perfect world, I would have found my drill and got a small drill bit, just a hair smaller than that, and drilled a pilot hole. But I'm using a finish nail because my drill is not charged up right now, and I need to get this done. Now I can't pound it in that far, but what I can do is start it. It's like shoeing a horse, I tell you. Get the center of it and tap it in there, move it around a little bit, and it's even bending the nail just a hair. Now I got some vice grips to pull the nail back out. Okay, and I might just try it just a hair further. Okay. Yep. I want to do this to assure that this is not going to split. I still kind of hold my breath to make sure it doesn't split. Sure it's on all the way. Okay, and go to the next one. And yes, I had to do this on all of the chairs. And this nail's bent a little bit. Got a tile floor here. I probably shouldn't have done that on the tile to try to straighten it. I could tell this grade on this leg feels a little bit easier to nail in. So I know this was going to go in nice. Voila! And I just keep doing that on all my chairs. Flip this around. And incidentally, you've seen, notice I've got this on carpet. I did the first chair on the tile floor in the kitchen. The tile floor is like that. But the last thing I want to do is scratch up this nice stained pre-finished chair. So I thought, just go the extra mile, bring it over here on the carpet. And eyeball the center. That looks pretty straight. Grips, vice grips. I'm going to try to tap it in a little bit further, like that. Now if you have the cups, if you've got the cup, the round cup here, sometimes you'll see that. Those are pretty slick too. Then you just have to eyeball it and tap it straight in. But there's quite a few. You'd be surprised at how many different types of these there are at the store. And see, this is just a little plastic goodie that they put on there. I don't know why. And I picked white because the floor was white, even though it doesn't look that good on the stained chair bottom. But once it's down on the floor, it looks fine. Okay, or you could get the felt tip, the felt bumpers. Like I say, lots of times those have a tendency to peel off or separate. And we were constantly trying to glue those back on there. So I thought, let's do something a little bit more longer lasting. Let's try the plastic. Let's try the plastic ones and hope that they don't start making a bunch of noise on the floor. And it seems like they're gonna do fine. I feel like I'm shoeing a horse, even though I've never shoed a horse before. Okay, I'm gonna grab this and bring it in there. No monkey business. I'm not even gonna turn this off. Just get you all set up in here so you know it's going in here. And let's just see how it's gonna slide on this floor. And here we go. Back this up a little bit. Be right back. Lots of times chairs have these plastic goodies on them, but these didn't have them. And they were, they'll range anywhere from $2 to $4 at the store for a one chair. Feels pretty good. And with the plastic, it's a little bit easier to slide in here. Whatever, you're just gonna have to make sure that as you get up, you don't push it out too far to slide out. I'm kind of liking that. See, it's not noisy at all, is it? Look at that. Okay? There you go. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, this is what our chairs came into, and we were lucky. They just barely fit right into the van, right in the back seat and in the very back. And you know what? Before you break these boxes down, if you got any kids, make a fort for them, will you? Cut some doors out and some window openings and put those together. That's always kind of fun to do. Okay, but I'm gonna pull those apart, throw them in the dumpster, and I don't really care about that because where my mother lives, they recycle 70% of all the trash. So they do that at another facility, so I just throw these in the garbage. Yes. Okay, let's show you what other chairs look like and how you could save some money on your dinette set. Let's just see what the possibilities are. And we had to shop around for these chairs. Let me get some lights on. We shopped and shopped because, see, this table is still in pretty good shape, and this table, she didn't really want to get rid of this table because it matched her hutch. So we had a heck of a time figuring out, okay, what kind of chairs should we get? We went around to quite a few different stores. This time only 2, but last time I was here, we stopped at 2 or 3 different places. And these are oak chairs. The table is not oak by any means, but these chairs kind of had a yellowish look and a darker look on the stain. And you know, they don't match perfectly, but that's what she wanted because she didn't want to throw away this table. Had she gotten rid of this table, she would have gotten 4 other chairs and a table, but then it wouldn't have matched the hutch. So, you know, there you go. Now, if you only have one table, a dinette table, and you got some pretty crappy chairs like what we had, you can go around and take a little sample of one of your broken chairs, take it with you to the store and try to match up. You know, they'll sell you chairs individually. And we got 2 with arms. She liked the arms. Okay, so we put those over there, and then you got 2 without arms. We could have bought 4 without arms. We could have bought 4 with arms. Okay? And that's what we decided to do. These are nice, solid oak ones. And, you know, on the bottom feet, you know, as you slide these, listen how loud these are. We can't have that. So I'm going to go down to my favorite store. What do you suppose is my favorite store? That's right, Home Depot. and I'm gonna get some little plastic round goodies and put right on here. I'm not gonna use the felt pads because these chairs kind of sit at an angle. You see how the feet are kind of cut back at an angle slightly. So look at that foot over there. And if I put those felt pads, they're just gonna wear out in probably a month or so because the whole pad's not gonna fit on there. Just the edge is gonna be rub. So I'm gonna take the plastic ones and those will be okay. They're not gonna be as silent as the felt pads, but I think they're gonna be okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get those and I'm gonna tap those right on here, get enough for all these chairs and work it out that way. And that's what I'm gonna do. They're not gonna sound that loud. And see, some of these chairs, you're not gonna get all the chairs that are gonna be perfect, you know, to your floor. If your floor is not 100% perfectly flat, you're gonna get some rocking. So this chair rocks a little bit. And I was thinking, oh brother, what do I have to do? I have to shave one edge down. But check this out. Because of the way these were built, and because they have spindle legs and stuff, when I sit in this, see, I can hardly make that noise at all. So I'm not too concerned about it wobbling every single time somebody sits down in here. If it's way far off, sit in your chair first. Figure it out, see if you have to shave down one edge of a leg, foot, or whatever, okay? But I think this is fine. Alright? So, when we were at the store, it was funny. They were not on sale. We asked her, oh, no problem. If they go on sale within 30 days, we'll give you the sale price. Just keep watching. I'm like, well, what happens if they go on sale in 45 days or 2 months? Maybe we should just wait until then. And then, oh yeah, once we start asking questions, then all of a sudden, well, let me go back. Oh, well, here's what we can do. We'll give you $25 off if you do this and that with your email. We'll give you a $25 coupon. And then she went back and she saw what she had given someone else as a sale cost later, you know, earlier, maybe a month before that. And then she starts dropping her price. Now, she never would have done that had we had not went the extra mile and started talking about it a little bit more. I think that's what she was hoping was going to happen. We're just going to say, okay, we'll buy them. No, not Motha. No, sirree. So we actually saved over $100 for these chairs. So the chairs ended up costing like $485 or something. You can get chairs that cost less than $100. And we saw some other ones, but they weren't as sturdy as this. The seat pad wasn't as wide as this. The contour wasn't as nice as this and as comfortable as this. This has kind of a contour right there too. So you just have to start looking, picking and choosing. Had we have gotten a dinette set like this with 4 chairs and a table that extended out, this one actually extends out. I think they have the other piece in the closet. And I think you're going to spend, you could spend up to $1,500, maybe more. Well, instead of that, we ended up out the door less than $500 for these chairs. And this is going to work. Yes, I got to go down to Home Depot and buy little plastic deals too. But when it's all said and done, it's going to cost us about $500. And see, she had 2 extra chairs. Oh, you probably saw this earlier, huh? It was just her birthday. And look at this. 80 years old. I can't believe it. She's 80. Man, I'm feeling old too myself now. And so, I don't know where Motha is. Maybe I can go into her room. We'll see. So I can show you the other chairs. This is what she ended up deciding to do. See, one chair was still fine. The spindles are still nice and stuff. So she's going to set it in here. And she used to have a chair over here, just a folding chair. Well, now she's got this. She can sit on this as she's putting on her shoes and that kind of thing. And these pads are kind of old and they're starting to push in because there's no back underneath there to give it pliability, okay? So what did I suggest for her to do? I suggested for her to save the pads on the other 2 chairs, because all it took was 4 screws, 1 at each corner, and I just got a Phillips screwdriver out and took them off. It didn't take me very long. See, these were the screws. I don't even really need to save these screws, but I did, because I'm such a miser when it comes to saving stuff anyways. But I can use the same screws from the other chair. So, you know, in the future, in the near future, if these pads start wearing out, let's say, or if they get ripped or something, I can take this one off and I can take one of the other ones and put it back on there. So, you know, this chair still looks pretty sturdy, and it is. The other ones just happen to snap, and these things are not that strong. If you find something like that, try to find some other chairs if you can, but you know, whatever. See how this one's already loose? You sit on it just wrong and snap, pop goes the weasel. So we ended up deciding to save these 2 chairs. We were going to give them away and give away those other 2 chairs, but after thinking about it, I'm glad we did what we did. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.